guys. I have been contemplating for probably like the last 2 hours on what to do for today's video, because I know we used to vlog every day when we first started this like 2 years ago, but it's hard. Like, I run out of ideas. I don't know what to vlog about. So today I'm gonna do kind of like a get ready with me video. And as you guys seen, our just got leaked on. Our AC thing is like dripping every once in a while, and I'm trying to get a hold of these people. But besides that, I'm gonna do a get ready with me and just kind of talk about stuff. I think for those who are new to our channel, I'm gonna talk about how Antonio and I met, and probably just blab about a whole other things while I get ready. I don't do anything fancy. I have foundation and stuff, but I don't have any brushes currently at the moment. And I know you can use like your fingers and stuff, but I'm not going anywhere, so I'm just gonna do very little. Very little. Probably should have cleaned my makeup box out before I did this, but how are you guys doing? So, for those who don't know us, my name is Destiny Wilborn, and my husband's name is Antonio Wilborn, and I have known him for 7 years, and we're in April, 4 months. So I've known him for a very long time. I've known him since I turned 16, and I just turned 23 at the end of March. So I've known him for a very long time. We have been through a ton of stuff, and we're still going strong to this day. How I met him, well, we met on a website, and at the time, I wasn't looking for anything because I was just tired of being used, emotionally abused, and I was over it. And I had came across his picture. Now, his picture on the website was his 8th grade graduation picture. So I was going off of that. And we started talking in message, and I was like, one day I was just like, hey, I'm gonna get off of this, text me. And it was kind of odd because I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't looking for anything, I just so happened to tell him to text me, and we started texting, getting to know each other little by little. And the day that I gave him my number, I actually never logged back onto that site ever. So I'm glad I did it, because 7 years later, even through all the trauma that we have been through these 7 years, it's definitely worth it. I'm trying to figure out what color I'm going to use. I'm probably just going to use this one right here. But I don't have anything fancy, like how I know some people have all these MAC brushes and all these fancy looking brushes. I just got something super simple. Do I want brushes? Yes, because these take up, if you can't tell, they use a lot of, like, a lot of the product stays on here instead of actually going on your face. So yeah. But yes, we met online, talked for a long time, and we got onto Skype, and all that kind of stuff. And we were on and off for like 4 years. And it got to a point one day where we were just like, okay, if we don't see each other, this just isn't gonna work, because it was starting to get really emotionally hard on us. So I had went and, sorry you guys, I'm gonna be all up in here. I had went and went to visit him. Now, a lot of people are going to be like, you've never like physically met this person. How does that work? And of course it's scary, but at the same time I was just like, well, we were Skyping, like I know what he looks like. A lot of people thought like, that's a huge risk you're taking, and I'm like, yeah, but for myself, I just needed to do it for myself and for him, obviously, but I needed to do it for me. And I was never about myself. I was always about everybody else, you know? And so I did it, and it was the best thing I ever done in my life. Because I have my husband. And I was only up there for 4 days. It was the best 4 days of my life. And sorry, it's really hard to do this and talk at the same time. And I came back, and I think it was like 2 or 3 months later, I ended up moving out there. And it was amazing. I got to be with the person that I was talking to for 4 years, and just to actually see them. And I'm gonna use my Winged Out mascara, but it was just an amazing feeling to talk to someone for 4 years and to actually like go see them in person. I cannot see on this phone. To actually go see them in person, it was just amazing. But other than that, we ended up moving down here, I think almost like a year and a half later, almost 2 years. We did it business-wise, and because I was missing my family too much. Oh my gosh. And I was missing my family too much, so we came back down here to live. We've been here like 2 years. So I don't really know if we're going to be moving next year or what, but he is one amazing man. I know that for sure. Because I give him a lot of crap sometimes, and he puts up with it. Not all the time. Sometimes he puts me in my place, but that's okay, because that's what's needed sometimes. My back hurts. But I'm going to hurry up and do this eye, and then I'll be right back to finish my story. So back to my story. 2016 January, New Year's Eve, we always go bowling, and he ended up proposing on that day. and everything was going great. Had our son, I had my fiance, like everything was amazing. And a few months later we ended up breaking up because we just had issues that we as adults need to figure out. So what happened was, there's the eyelashes. My eyelashes are awful, you guys, because I'm missing like 1,000 eyelashes. So what happened was I ended up moving out. I took Junior with me because he was still nursing. So before everybody goes and talks about this, and that, I still took him to see his father every single day. That didn't change anything. And while we were trying to figure it out, you know, I gave him space, even though it was very hard, because we still had a connection. We still have love for each other. And we ended up going on a date one night, and it went perfect. Like, so a couple months later, in May, we went to Wisconsin because it was his mom's birthday and she was getting married. And even though we were still broken up, but with his family, once you're in the family, you're stuck for life. And I loved that because I love his family, which is actually now my family. I love my family out there. So we went, we had a great time. He ended up proposing to me again, so everything was perfect. We came home, we were a family, and we were both engaged again, living in the same house again. So, came home, and about 3 days later, the worst ever happens. And as you all know, I don't want to get into it too much because it's going to make me cry, because lately I've been super emotional about it. And like, I feel and our son passed away. And it's very hard, you know, but I don't want to get into it. It's just too hard, maybe for like a different video or something. But anyways, update on us now. I feel like we're stronger together. My love for him is growing more and more every single day. I'm going to use this color red. It's, I know it's hard to see. It's Red Supreme. I know it's hard. But it's definitely hard. I'm trying my best to deal with it all, but today, I mean, we're great. Besides the fact that our son passed away, like, we're closer than we were 7 years ago. I feel like we're closer than we were a year ago. Our relationship is getting good. It's getting better and better. We bring each other up when we need to. And, you know, we just have, I feel like we really do have a bright future. I think the thing that we want the most right now is a baby. But that will be whenever God allows it. So, like I said, I love him. He is my everything. Like, he's literally my rock. He's my backbone. Like, I can't even describe how awesome and amazing he is for me and to me. So, I'm definitely glad that God put him in my life, because I honestly could not have asked for anybody else better. And I know when he sees this, he's going to be like, oh, you're such a brat, you're such a scrub. But just being honest, you know? And that's about it. I know I always use this color in my videos. Maybe I'll do like the pink one or the purple one next time, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't super long. I see videos of all different lengths of get readies with me, so I hope this wasn't super long. I tried to shorten it best I could, and I just needed something to do for today because I had no idea what to do, and Antonio's going to be at work until 10 o'clock tonight. So I'm going to log off finally after like 1,000 minutes talking. And I will see you guys tomorrow for day 10? Day 10.